Welcome back to the apartment. My name is Ali Baluch. Missing is my co-host Asif Ali. He is currently in Fiji filming season 2 of Wrecked on TBS. And for this episode, for the first time, we have our producer Sumair Khan. At the end of each episode, you hear me say shout out to our producer Sumair Khan. He's actually going to be joining me on this interview. So the weird brown guy that you see, that's Sumair. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. Get comfortable. This is the apartment. It's our chance to sit with our favorite diverse content creators, influencers, athletes, musicians, actors, comedians, and talk to them about their inspiration, their journey, and any obstacles that they face getting to where they have. We have a huge announcement right now. On May 8th, in a few weeks, I will be in New York. NYU is hosting us to do a live episode of this podcast. It's going to be live with the crowd. The link is in the description. RSVP. Space is limited. Our guest is Hassan Minhaj of The Daily Show. And it's going to be, we've done an episode 1 with him where we talked about his journey to how he got to The Daily Show. And now we're going to talk about so many other things. So make sure to watch his episode. Make sure to RSVP. May 8th, NYU. Also, to address my arm, I don't know if you can see if the laptop's covering it. I was playing softball in our corporate league. I work at MTV. I'm a producer there. And as our team was about to win, I was running at third base, tripped up, fell forward or backwards. I don't know. I fell. I either slipped because it happened so fast, so quick that I stuck my arm out to break my fall, dislocated my elbow, popped it out of its socket, and broke my radial head in 3 spots. So I have to have it in a cast and in a sling, and in a week or so I'll be putting it on a hinge brace. And this doctor I'm seeing is really trying to push me to get surgery to like put some screws in, but I'm not about that life. But this episode we have Jay Versace. Jay is this hilarious Viner, and we touch on a lot of really deep topics that, you know, I don't think he's very addressed. We've talked a lot about bullying. We talk about him coming out and how he dealt with death in his family. This episode is available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play, and on YouTube. This entire interview is on YouTube. So if you're on iTunes, please give us a 5-star review and leave a positive comment, because like that's how we get new viewers. But if you're on YouTube, leave us a shit comment in the comments. Check out our Patreon page, donate $1 a month, and you get deleted videos and deleted scenes from our conversations with all of our guests. And before you start, shout out to Adidas, our sponsor. Adidas, when you dislocate your elbow, do it in style. Wear an Adidas and enjoy.
I have to say that some people helped me because do you guys know Cinderella?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like one video that I made for her. And like she liked it and she like refined it.
And that was like the first one.
And it got like really big. And then that's when I was just like, let me do my own shit. Like that gave me a little bit of a boost, and I'm like, all right, I got this.
Yeah.
I think it was like, I forgot. Oh, I think it was did you ever see the I peed on myself?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was that video.
He's like, no.
Yeah. It was,
Mom,
what?
I peed on myself. Better not.
So you did that, the peed on myself video.
Yeah, I made it.
And then that blew up. That went viral.
Literally just went crazy. And I
Okay.
just came from nothing to 1 million. And within September, October, November, December, 5 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
I just, it's inspiring. And you were saying like, how was I making the videos? Like, were I sitting on the bed? Or I was it's so, that's like really inspiring every time I think about it, because like I used to literally like, I didn't use the internet till then. Like we didn't have internet in my house. Like, So it was like, I used to stick my phone out the window and upload the Vine, and it would take like 30 minutes. Or sometimes like 12 o'clock at night, I would get a Vine idea and I was like, oh, I want to post this Vine. I used to have to like go, my backyard is so weird. Well, my old backyard.
Yeah.
So weird and creepy. I used to walk outside and like go all the way in the back of this dark, creepy backyard. And I used to have Wi-Fi, and
Your neighbor's
So
Wi-Fi.
you were ripping off somebody else's Wi-Fi?
Yeah, not just to post videos.
Damn. So you would leave your house
until and I was like, I'm gonna do this until I get my shit.
Yeah.
Damn, for all those kids out there that think these guys aren't trying hard, go steal somebody's internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's just like that's inspiring because it's like I don't know. It's just like I knew what I wanted, and I knew I wasn't going to let anything stop me until I get it.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
So it's like I'm gonna get somewhere with this, and Wi-Fi is not going to stop me. People who don't like me is not going to stop me. People who don't want me to do something else, nobody's going to stop me.
And I like that Wi-Fi is clumped into that same group of haters.
Yeah, Wi-Fi is in it because it's like it was a blockage. Like I don't have Wi-Fi. Yeah. And I'm like, Mom, can I have Wi-Fi? She's like, no.
Damn. So what was the you guys had internet, but you didn't have Wi-Fi or no internet?
We didn't have none of that. We didn't have like.
So what was
like not even
nothing.
Dial-in?
No cable, none of that.
So what was the
I didn't have
reason
no
why?
cell phone. Like I never had a cell phone till 2015, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was the whole reasoning behind not like having internet in the house?
Like not having it.
Yeah.
It's because my mom didn't really. It served no purpose to like.
Okay.
She just like.
Yeah.
I'm not paying money for that.
She's like, I don't want to know what's going on in the world. It's a terrible place.
That's not that has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
She had her own phone. I didn't have none of that. I have cable, Wi-Fi, nothing. No communication with the world.
Nice.
Wow.
It's like an Amish community.
Yeah. Until
so
recently.
she had you. It wasn't anything to do with like discipline. Then it was just out of like I don't need to use it. So,
yeah. Just like
because she would go to work, come home, and then like
she would use her phone or something, and then like it wasn't. She just. I don't know.
Okay.
She would like we just watched movies and it was fun. Honestly, I'm so glad that everything happened like that. It's because like it was so fun and actually like
yeah.
Have you? That's kind of dope though, because like, have you ever had it where you just lose connection? Like, have you had like your phone die and you can't start it? Or something?
Yeah.
It's kind of therapeutic to just be like disconnected for a second. No.
For me, I get anxiety
Yeah,
once my phone goes. I'm like crap. What do I do now?
But it's like that initial moment, it sucks, but then you kind of get over and you're like, this is kind of dope.
Because that's what I was saying the other day, right? My power turned off in my building.
Yeah.
And it was completely silent, no lights and nothing. It was just like, I'm going to turn I had like a Bluetooth speaker. I was like, I'm going to turn some music on. I'm just read a book. Like,
Yeah.
like, and then like.
Candlelight.
Yeah, it was like an hour or something. And I'm just sitting here just like. This is fun. And then like the power turned back on and I turned everything back off. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
okay, so then, we always have like those grumpy Generation X and baby boomers or whatever that was like millennials. They don't know anything. They don't know life before the internet, blah, blah, blah. But you literally lived. I mean, obviously you had internet at school and stuff and at your friend's house.
No internet.
I didn't have any friends. I didn't have internet at school. I didn't have none of that.
Where did you go?
I didn't have
Was this an
MySpace.
Amish community
I didn't use
with black
YouTube.
people?
I didn't use none of that. Huh? No, it's an Amish community. No, it was just like
break this down for me because I'm trying to wrap my mind around this.
This is an internet star without internet.
Majority of his life.
And I was like the person that you see the videos was weird in New Jersey. Like me acting like this was weird. Me being like this is weird. So it's just like I don't know, like.
Okay, so you're in school in New Jersey, but your schools didn't provide you with internet at school.
No, and I didn't have friends. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody thought I was weird. So it's like nobody wanted to be my fucking friend. Like
until you start going viral.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started going viral. I got my phone and stuff. People was like, "Oh, let's text. Let's do that."
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah.
I want to come back to, because it's easier to dismiss it and call it weird, that upbringing, but I'm sure there's a good reason behind it. But before that, I'm glad we're talking about friends. I saw like one of your videos, like a vlog or something, and just watching the people around you, it kind of seemed as though, I could be wrong. I just love to just make assumptions out of places, but did you kind of notice that people have only been trying to be around you just because of your viral fame? Or, or have you just met very genuine people? Or has it just been like, have you been able to spot the fakes from,
Yes.
How was it right when you went viral with your, because you went from zero,
throat clear.
You went from zero friends to everyone trying to be your friend,
It's honestly like, I learned how to deal with it, but it's like, I want to use it to my advantage. Like, I want to make it so, yeah, I'm going to be weird as shit so that people could like, so that can happen to somebody else and somebody else can be weird in themselves and then just cause a chain reaction. So eventually weird is just like the thing. So like everybody could just, like weird people could like me could have friends. Like, So that's basically what I want to do. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
So how did you handle and deal with all this like attention of all these people that always kind of like dismissed you, now trying to approach you and be buddy with you? Were you like, fuck you guys? Where were you guys like a year ago?
Yeah.
Or were you like, I'm loving it, you know?
Yeah, it happened a lot in my school. Like it's a lot of drama in my school because of me. I don't know why, and I'm not even there.
Damn.
And then it's that, and then it's like,
So what drama did you cause
well,
unintentionally?
okay, so everybody in my school, like nobody fucked with me. Like, no, am I allowed to curse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody fucked with me.
Why?
Like,
Why is that?
Yeah,
Just
why?
because you
Because,
were
like,
weird.
I take it too far. I do too much. Like,
Yeah.
I'm that guy where he's like, I don't. If he was a little bit cooler, then we'll hang out with him. But he's too weird. Like, I'm that guy. Like,
yeah.
Right.
So it's just like everybody was just found their own reason why they didn't like me, and I was just weird and myself at the same time.
Yeah.
And it was just like, now that I started making videos, they're like, everybody's saying hey to me, like I can't go to class on time because everybody's stopping me. Like, Jay, let's do this, let's do that, and it's just like,
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there like, wow, like,
So do you find that people at school now are trying to also do what you're doing?
yeah. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Oh, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you the drama that happened.
Spill.
Let's do it.
So, bitch, this is what happened, right? So, I have good memory on people that don't do good things.
Of course.
like, to me,
They've
Right.
wronged you and you
Yeah.
won't forget.
Yeah.
So like, so I noticed people that started talking to me and stuff. So I just, like, on Facebook is the easiest way to get in touch with everybody. So I'm just like, and it's just crazy how people are getting mad at me. Like, they're spreading rumors about me, like, oh, Jay's Hollywood because he's like, he's not talking to nobody, trying to help anybody in our neighborhood. Like, he's just being Hollywood and stingy. And that's just going around the school like Jay's this mean Hollywood person. So I was just like, I said on Facebook, I'm like, they were like, oh, he's letting it get to his head. I'm like, and I said on Facebook, I'm not letting anything get to my head. You're letting it get to your head.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm still the same. Like, the people, my family members that was there, you know, everybody that helped me, you know, I got their back. Everybody's good. The people who never supported me, like, and that was just, like, always just mean as fuck to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I have nothing why would I help you? Like,
Yeah.
So it's like, you're letting my, like, success get to your head.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's just like,
It's like their insecurity.
yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I might be, because I'm a nice person to them either way. So I'm like, I might be nice, but I'll never forget.
Yeah.
And then it was just it just went down. Like, not one of my friends. He's not my friend at all.
Yeah.
One of this guy
That you knew.
Yeah, in my school, he like quoted it. Nobody was ever mean to you. Like, and then he was like, you're just being dramatic. You need to sit down somewhere. You're Hollywood. You don't never want to help your hometown. And it got like 100 likes.
People were agreeing
Yeah,
with
and
this
people
guy.
were commenting like,
What?
yeah, 100 sign, 100 sign, 100 sign.
Oh.
And it was like, so basically those 100 people think that we were friends this whole time.
Yeah,
If I
yeah.
would have had 100 friends, like,
Yeah.
there would be no conversation.
So and it just
like-
kind of shows how fake they were too.
Yeah.
Because like once they never liked you before, you popped off and they were all on you.
Yeah.
And the second you kind of like didn't support them or promo them or shout them out, they went
Yeah.
back to their salty ways. You know.
Yeah, they're
and it
just
just kind of
like-
showed that.
Right.
And it's just, they take my kindness for us being friends. Like,
Yeah.
that, I don't know, that might sound mean, but like my last year in high school, that's when that happened. And then it was just like, I was being nice to everybody. I'm not going to be mean. Like, no, I'm going to be friends with you. Where was you at? I'm just still be nice.
Yeah.
But I know what happened and I'm not going to ever forget it. So they think we were friends.
Yeah.
So those 100 people were the people that leached onto me my last year, thought
For
we were
sure.
friends because, but my whole entire school career,
High school.
my whole high school
Yeah.
life, I had no friends.
Yeah. At what age? Because Vine popped off. At what age did you start getting like, quote unquote, like famous or known or popular?
What age was that?
That had to be like 4 years ago. Vine came out 2013.
I think it was
15?
2014. that happened.
2014.
Right. So you're like, what, 15, something like that?
I'm 19 now. I don't know math like that.
It was about 3 years ago.
Okay.
3 years
So
ago.
you're 16. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah. So you're like junior in
Yeah,
high school.
junior.
And everything just kind of from there.
Yeah,
Things got a little weird.
And then it was getting a little bit annoying because then my teachers were like rubbing it in my face. Like they making it seem like it was a bad thing.
I think you even made a Vine about that.
Hey, teacher, can I have a pencil? I know you've been doing your thing on Vine, but you gonna have to set that aside and buy you some pencils.
All right.
Once.
Damn, the teachers got in on the
they're
drama
like,
too.
Yeah, it was like just because you're Vine famous.
I saw that Vine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
that really happened.
Yeah.
Like that stuff really happened. So it was like, it's just like weird. Like I would ask, I'm like, can I have a bathroom pass so I can write it and go to the bathroom? And they're like, just because you're Vine famous, that don't mean you can't get up and walk to go get a pass. And they're just like, they would use that. And then like my friends would text me like, yo, they're playing your Vines on the projector in the class. And I'm like, what? Like, that's just annoying.
You guys are
kinda.
still using projectors?
Yeah, no, but they have like those screen.
Yeah.
They have like the new technology.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I'm playing. I'm
That's
just thinking
sick.
like. So at the end of this, did your school get internet?
No, my school doesn't have internet.
Are
Still.
you kidding
How?
me? This is a problem in America. The education system. There are schools in the state of New Jersey.
Yeah,
That's
Without
crazy.
I never know they do
Are
that.
you
I didn't know
kidding
they
me?
did that.
That's wild. So how did you I'm assuming just because of the lack of friends you had experiences with bullying. Did you experience any of that?
Oh yeah.
How do
But I made it everything into a good thing. Like none of it's sad to me. Like it's always like okay, like niggas was taking my like it sounds so like of course they did. Like people they were taking my like money. Like I would save to go like get snacks at lunch and stuff. And they was just like just doing a lot of just petty stuff, and then it was just like they made it seem, oh, we're just friends. I don't know why he took it that serious. Like when I would try to complain about it to the teacher,
like confront them.
Yeah, like I would go to the principal. It would take so much pride for me to go. Like I would be like,
it's hard,
I don't want to do this, and
Yeah,
I would
wow.
actually go to the principal, be like, this guy won't leave me alone, and then like she'll call him, and then like he'll be like, yo, what's up, Jay? And he'll walk in like, hey, we're friends. Like, what are you talking about? And then the principal will be like, Jay, I think you're like I think you're being over dramatic.
So the teachers would make you seem crazy.
Yeah, so nobody would. It would just keep going my whole entire ever since I've been going.
So it was like passive aggressive bullying, which is like worse than probably like
the actual physical getting in your face.
Did you deal with physical and or like cyberbullying and all that
too?
Yeah,
I dealt with physical, like people threatened to like, I don't know, like a lot of physical, like people just I don't know. It's like petty.
Yeah.
It's like a whole bunch of little petty stuff that makes one big.
The little microaggressions where they would like brush off. Like it wasn't something big to them, but it has lasting effects, you know? The scars are still there.
Yeah, you can't go to the principal like, oh, I got pushed.
Yeah.
It's like every single day something else is like little. It's like they do it every day just to make sure. But it's like they do it so it's like he can't go to the principal and say that. Like,
yeah. Like he'll make a little comment today, and then like every day there's either some microaggression or a little comment. It just builds up after a while, you know?
Like, and it happened like, it's like, okay, some bad shit happened. Like, and like that's where I got scarred. Like some really bad, I don't want to say the person or name, but like I got
usually we love names and we prefer them, but
I can't say. I just got perfume like sprayed, like not sprayed, but like poured on my face like in a bus, and it's like I don't. It was just like a bad day. Like that was just a terrible day, and I never caught the bus ever again. Like,
they threw it in your eyes, or like you're sitting there and they
like they were like holding me and
they
like,
held you down,
pouring it on me, and like it was just like it was bad, and it was like we're just playing, like chill, like.
Yeah,
that's like, and then I was just like complaining, like, all right, do you want $1? Like they was like try to like be nice over it, like you're just like my little brother or something. It's like no,
that's not.
Yeah, like,
you don't even pour alcohol in people's faces.
Yeah, I never caught the bus ever again. Like,
damn. Yeah. So like your success is kind of like a fuck you to them, where it's like
that's what I'm saying. Like none of it's sad to me because I'm like I'm gonna use that shit to create some shit. Like I'm so glad that happened. Like, because without it, I wouldn't like be creative like that. I wouldn't have good shit to make videos about.
Yeah.
But okay, but going back to that, like, I mean, I'm sure we have all faced it to some level, and everyone deals with it different. But it seems like with you were very self-aware of the bullying, and it was kind of overt for you. I think like for our viewers, it's beneficial to kind of like hear from, you know, influential people like yourselves. Like, how did you overcome it, or did you just kind of grow out of it? Or what advice would you have for somebody kind of going through it? Like, bullying's a huge deal even now, and it kind of still gets thrown under the rug, and even though people act like it's being addressed, but it's not. So how'd you overcome it, and then do you have like advice?
Well, I overcame it by I just kept doing what they didn't want me to do.
Yeah.
Right.
And I wouldn't say anybody to do that, but that's how I did it.
That was your approach.
Yeah.
Like, you don't like me for, like, this is my true self. This is who I can't hide. Like, I can't be nobody else. Like, so I'm gonna just keep doing that, and I'm gonna get worse and worse and worse, and I'm gonna make you feel so uncomfortable to where and then like I'm gonna do that, and at the same time I'm also gonna create some shit that you don't know about, and I'm gonna just like start building on my own self, so that one day you'd be like, damn, I wish I was friends with him.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, that's how all those people my senior, junior year, they're like, oh, we're friends. Those were the same people that were like causing me hell.
Right.
Like, so basically I would say like, just literally just be petty. Like, just
Hey, I'm about that
I
life.
like that.
I'm
Hey,
about that
he
petty
is
life.
Completely about that life.
I
Yeah.
will hold something super petty that someone might have said to me passingly 4 years ago, and I'll hold it for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Just so I can throw it in their face in the future. You
Be
know?
problematic, be petty, like use all of that, like use everything that person everything that you're dealing with that person's like being mean to you about, use that and just build something beautiful out of it and make them
Yeah.
feel bad.
Right.
Feel insignificant, because now
Yeah.
that you're, this internet sensation, it's like, what are you doing? You know,
Right.
you got nothing going for you.
And they still say stuff after that, like it's people like, go back to Vine, like ain't Vine dead? And it's just like, okay, Vine might be dead, but I'm well alive in my own apartment in LA.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Right.
I don't want to say know your place, but like know where you are and what you've done to me, and I was in that same place, and know where I've grown from that. So like you can't like say like you can't try to
Right.
like, what's it called?
Put
like,
you down or
belittle
what?
me.
Yeah.
And say I'm something like, I'm just this little, no, I'm like, I've grown
Right.
from that. And like,
Well, it's like the bullies and the haters evolve, right? So they went from doing it like at school to now like you're bigger. Now they're just like calling you out
yeah.
for what you do now, right? Like you never do it just for them, right? It's like
Yeah. It's like, I don't do it just for them. I do it because like, I do it for so many reasons. Like, I do what I do for a lot of reasons. I would say one is my like ancestors, like my, like people in my family, like my people I just want to make proud,
Yeah.
I just have conversations like with them, and I just remember like, I don't know, they just tell me stuff. They like, if somebody that I really care about tells me that they see something in me, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna use that. Like,
Yeah.
so that's what I've been doing. I use that. I do it for them too, and I do it because it's fun.
Yeah.
And
So let's dive into family. After everything kind of, all right, before everything kind of popped off. So, how was your life at home with your folks, with your family? How was that like growing up? Did you live with all your grandma and your grandpa and your grandma and family, or do you have siblings?
At one point, I did live with it was my mom, my stepdad, okay, I'm gonna explain from the beginning.
All right,
okay.
go for it.
Okay, so it was my mom, and then it was just my mom had me, and it was just me and my mom living together. And then when I turned like 2, I think, my mom she had got a boyfriend, and then that was my stepdad, and just like so they had a kid like a couple years later, so that was like my dad, like he was my dad, and then like. Yeah, and like around 2014, I think he passed away.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then, but my real dad it's okay. My real dad is in, he's like locked up. But it's just like, it was like my mom. And at one point in time, my grandmom did live with me, and then she passed away too. It's like a lot of death in my family.
So how'd you handle all that? How did you process it?
I just use it to make content. Like I use it. I literally just it's like, what's it called? It relieves me. Like
Yeah.
like my stepdad was literally my dad dying.
Of
like,
course.
And so I just was like, I can't. No, it was first my grandmom that passed away, My grandma, I'm like, I remember I used to stay over her house because she lived with us and then she moved into her own house. And she used to tell me, she was like, don't, because I used to be bad as shit in school. And she was like, don't like, is this what you're going to do with yourself? Don't let yourself like, this is just sad. Don't do that to yourself. Don't let yourself go to waste like that. You have so many talents. And I just always remember that conversation, and it just drives me to, and I'm just like, doing so good because of that.
Yeah, because you don't want to
Keep that
disappoint them.
yeah.
You know, you want to make them proud.
Yeah, so it's like anytime I'm like slacking, I'm like, I got people to work for. Like, I'm not here to just.
There's like a higher purpose.
Be lazy, you know. I got people like my stepdad, my grandma, my other grandma, like. Just, so
that's like an unmotivating factor, which is like crazy.
Because like another thing is like it's my my hometown, so like people are usually inspired by like their idols, like an artist or something, or Michael Jackson or something. I love Michael Jackson, by the way, but like just like a big person that like they're inspired by. But where I'm from is like I'm inspired by people I don't want to be like.
Okay,
like,
I get
that,
you.
That makes sense.
It's like they're inspired by people they want to be like, and I'm inspired by the people I don't want to be like.
Right.
I just look at this person every day and I'm like, wait till I get out of this. Like this shit's gonna be so lit. Like So it's like that actually happened.
It's like fuel for you to keep
when you say that, it's like people in your community there.
Yeah.
That you're like, I don't want to be like that person.
I just see people like.
You don't want to be stuck in Pleasantville. You know, like you feel like there's something bigger out there for you.
Pleasantville, the Black Amish community.
No,
it's okay.
They've never had that.
So okay, now let's. You grew up without internet and you grew up without cable, right? But you had TV and you would watch movies. So what movies did you kind of grow up on?
Something weird, but Tyler Perry.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
Tyler Perry. Those characters like comes from that. Like those Tyler Perry, Ricky Smiley. Those are like that's who I am. What you see those people
That's
they
dope.
created. They made me want to be like that. So it's like the Wayans, like in Living Color. My Wife and Kids. I had the whole seasons. Like, on DVD. Like like people in my family was giving us like DVDs of the whole like seasons of anything that we wanted to watch. So that's what I watched. Like, and it was like, I watched it to the point where it was like, I wasn't even trying to be like that. It's just like me impersonating people. That was just like something like I grew up with them. So it was like, so it came naturally. Like,
so Tyler Perry, if you're watching this, when you make Medea goes to jail for the 80th time, get Jay Versace in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Right now,
that's what he's doing.
He's hitting up all these like digital media kids.
I hope
to be in like Fousey was in Medea's Halloween.
He was in Boo.
Oh yeah. And they used up all like YouTubers and Viners.
There's gonna be probably another Christmas or some sort of family event that Medea's got to go to.
And we got to get you in one of them. Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna work towards that. It's just like
that'd be incredible.
I just want him to know that I'm like his most out of all digital creators, I'm hands down his most influenced by creator. Like
you can definitely see the inspiration and everything from it, just from even when you play like your grandma or something, where there's that one Vine where you're like I haven't eaten. Your grandma's like down and hurt, and she pops up with a.
She's like, where's the phone?
Yeah,
something like that.
Oh my God, Grandma, what is wrong?
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Grandma, you could get up.
Now don't make me smack you. No, I can't.
My mom didn't feed me last night.
Give me the phone.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it definitely plays into that. So all right, so you grew up on those are like the films and the media that you were like it's like your comedy is inspired by, right? So things kind of like went viral for you. How did your mom take it at the time? Was she like, what are you doing? Don't do this. Don't waste your time. Or was she supportive?
She was like, no.
Yeah.
Like, okay, here's another thing. Sexuality. It was like, I was impersonating women. That's not the thing to do in Jersey. Oh my God. So it was just like, my mom was just like, what the hell am I when she found out, because, okay, I blew up and I was trying to keep it a secret for as long as I could.
Yeah.
And like, I wasn't, she was like, why was I in the grocery store And they say your videos.
Oh.
My friends tell me your videos. I'm like, what videos?
Oh my god.
But the thing is, like, your
And
mom
then-
didn't have internet, so you could keep that secret for
yeah,
a minute.
yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't know. She didn't know what none of that was.
Yeah.
Right.
So it just took a couple times. Like, why? Our cousin just called us and said she your videos. What videos is she posting? And I was cussing. Like, I was doing all. I was like, bitch, wigs, not wigs on. I had stuff on my head.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, just doing a lot. She found out. She was like, nope.
Ooh.
She was like, nope, you can't do this. Like,
Man.
and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna do this. Like, it's like one of those things where I was like, I'm not letting this just go away like that. I'm gonna keep doing this. And like, I just kept doing it and like doing it. And I'm like, at that point I was blown up a lot, but I'm like, I gotta show her that I need to keep doing this because this can get really big. So I'm
Right.
like, I was just getting on my shit then. Yeah. I was like, all right, let me just think of some really creative stuff. And then that's when it just got really big.
Yeah.
And then she was like, all right. Because
At
at
that point,
that
she
point
accepted, yeah.
money was coming in.
Of
She
course.
was like, okay, you getting money now. Okay.
It's a little serious now.
Yeah, she's like, okay, let's see what you working with.
Yeah.
But she was like, no cussing, none of that. And I was like, okay. She was like, no cussing until you turn 18.
Okay,
And then
fair.
I was just
Fair.
like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was still cussing. Like,
Was she like helping you out though? Here's like, here's some stuff for your video or anything like that. She's like, go do your thing and I'm gonna leave you alone. Kind
all
of
I
thing.
wanted her to do was stay in her room and not like bother me when I'm making the video because I was screaming. That's one thing I miss about back home. I used to scream really loud because I lived in a house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I live in an apartment. I can't be doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, neighbors, man,
They
next
call
door.
the cops. And you're like, no, just making a video.
Yeah, I used to scream.
Oh,
One of
yeah.
my have you ever seen the mammoth video where he was screaming? The mammoth was screaming.
Nah.
I don't.
Nah.
I'm not
Yeah,
familiar.
that's like a huge video on
For
Twitter,
real?
and they don't
Okay.
know that that's my voice. That's my
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you did a voiceover for a video.
Yeah, like everybody posts that video. Like what's it called? Dory.
That Dory Twitter account
Yeah.
that
Every-
steals.
That went. Yeah, they steal everything.
Yeah. Okay, that's wild, man. So, okay, at what point did you start planning to make the move out from Jersey?
Was it 2017? So the beginning of 2016, I was broke as fuck, and I was like, oh, I think I took a trip before like the summer before to go to VidCon because Vine like invited me to VidCon.
Okay.
And I'm like, LA is so amazing, like.
Yeah.
So I was just like, the top of 2016, I was like, I was broke as shit. I ain't had no money. And I was just saying, I'm going to move to LA like in the summer. I don't know how, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, no, you're not. Like, Jay, like, you need to actually relax. Like, we know you blew up, but you got to humble yourself. Like, you're not
Right.
moving to LA. You don't even have money. I'm like, I'm going to find a way. And everybody just started laughing at me.
Yeah.
I'm like, that really made me mad. Now that's another, like, that, it just reminded me of when I first started.
Right.
Like, that really made me mad. Everybody was just doubting me. They were like, here Jay go again, thinking he's about to do this. And I'm like,
Yeah, the
no,
doubt.
I'ma do this.
Everyone doubted you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Despite
then
all the stuff that you've already done, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I just had to, I got inspired. Like, I looked at stuff that inspired me. So I just started creating again, just going harder, trying to find out where I belong on the internet, like what people want to see me do.
Yeah.
So it took like a long ass time, and I was not making no money. And then it was like around May. What happened in May, bitch? I had made those trillers, the trillers of me lip syncing.
Oh,
okay, got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like I just made one as a play thing, went viral, and then that's when I was just like, I kept doing it. And
Yeah.
Like people, I just got like 1 million followers.
Oh,
in
wow.
Like 2 weeks. Like I was literally like,
Damn.
I was like almost Catch Me Outside level. Like,
Yeah,
the Catch Me Outside girl. Like, yeah, that really, people really loved that. Like,
Oh, I know.
and that just it got me like enough so where I can, like get the first month in LA.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that's what I was about to give up too. And I was
Oh,
like,
man.
that got me the first month.
Hit right on time.
Yeah, right on time.
Yeah.
Literally June, I was going. Like,
Right.
So it's been almost a year that you've been out here then.
yeah, almost a
So
year.
this was after you graduated?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you ever planning on continuing education, or were you like, once I'm done with
No.
high school, that's it?
Yeah, once I'm done with high school, I'm good. But like acting classes, yes.
Okay.
Any type of classes that involves my career, yes. But no, not college. No.
See, that's one thing that we always talk about. A lot of digital media stars don't really take serious is like improving their acting, taking classes, you know?
So it's dope that you do.
Yeah. That's really important, like improv classes, you know?
Yeah, because like Will Smith did it. Will Smith, he still takes acting classes. Like,
Yeah.
Like, and then like if you look at Will Smith's when he first started, he talked about how he was so driven to do this, like to be, and he's so excited and so passionate about it. He was mouthing the other characters like words, like
he memorized everyone's lines.
And like you could see that in the first like couple episodes. Like he was so, and that's just like and he still like takes that really seriously.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think acting classes is like without a doubt you need to go to acting class if you want to be an actor. You gotta go.
Yeah, because that's and like he said, we were talking about this, a lot of these YouTube stars are huge, right? But it's almost like two different worlds that exist between traditional and digital world, right? And the difference is to be able to cross over, like Issa Rae's, have a tangible skill that's respected in the industry, such as writing, acting, stand-up comedy, live performance, whatever it may be. But that takes work ethic, and a lot of these digital stars come from different parts of the country. It was more fortuitous. They popped off, things got big, and then it's like, yo, we're here, we arrived, and they think that's it.
Yeah, no, that's not it.
Yeah, there's a lot more because
People
that's just the
gotta
beginning.
think,
Yeah,
like that's how their careers be dying. Like, they really have to think like you have to work. Even if you blow up, you got to work just like nothing ever happened. You got to work just like you're trying to get to that level.
Yeah.
And like that involves doing what every normal person does: taking acting classes, taking advice from people, and not feeling like you're too good to do stuff. Like literally be humble and just do everything right. Don't just use your career and what happened as like that's the talent. Like no.
Yeah.
You need an actual talent if you want to make it. Like
yeah, definitely. So how's it been now that in LA? Have you been like being around other creatives, other talent, you know? Is it a little bit more inspiring now that you're away, or do you feel like LA is less inspiring for your work, for your creativity?
Well, for one, I don't hang around. I don't have any friends that make videos.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like, except my friend Kelly. But like, I just feel like it's a lot of messiness in the video community. It's like I'm not down for it. It's just like,
you're like, you trade one drama for another.
Yeah,
right?
I like, and people's motives are different in LA, and like people, we don't be worried about the stuff that LA worries about. Like they worry about the newest Supreme drop, and I like Supreme, but we're in New Jersey. We're worried about making it out of the neighborhood. Like, so it's like I'm still New Jersey mentality. Like I'm still trying to, even though I'm not there, I'm still trying to make it out because it's like any wrong move, I could be back. I want to make it so where I don't have that fear. Like I want to. So I'm still basically I'm still living like that. So like I'm still inspired. Like LA really doesn't inspire me. LA's just an opportunity, like the opportunity to get where I want to be, to get to the next level. But I'm inspired by actual regular people who live normal lives and who go through shit.
Yeah.
And like weird niggas that want to be, who want to feel like it's okay to be weird. That's what inspires me. Like,
So a lot of people here, like the digital stars particularly, they live in fact in the same building oftentimes.
Yeah.
And then they collaborate. So do you collaborate? Do you want to? None of that? Okay.
I can't.
Just stay away from that scene.
None of them. I can't. It's just like, they have two different lives.
Yeah.
Like they show one image and then and then behind the closed doors, like it's just a whole nother thing, and I don't like that. Like I don't like that.
Have you tried collaborating? Or was it like a bad experience, or you're just like?
I hung around when I first moved here. I hung out with all of them. Like, I was with, because of course they want to like, you know, network and make collabs and stuff. So I didn't collab, but I just was checking everybody out, seeing how everybody was, and then it was just like one by one. I can't.
Yeah, you just weren't clicking with them and vibing.
And I feel like some of them were like, I don't know, like I'm not boosting myself up,
right?
But I feel like they were just like jealous of me and just trying to keep me on a certain level, like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I
I
can
don't
see
know.
that. Like,
It happens a lot,
within
you
its
know.
community, right?
Yeah, and it's a very Mean Girls style
It is.
yeah.
community
God,
for
it
digital
is.
star. Yeah.
Yo, that's the truest thing ever. Like it's so like
Yeah, the pettiness and the drama.
they're like, oh, so you
yeah.
so you had 1.9 million. So when are you gonna hit 2 million? That's
Oh my Lord.
they're like, oh, but like they have arguments all the time. It's a
Right.
lot. They're like, oh, so are you verified? Don't
Oh
like,
my god.
And then VidCon is just like people don't know what VidCon really is.
yeah.
You literally January, you see how many people you like. They think how many fans can I gain so that on VidCon comes, I can walk out
And there'll be people
it'll
there.
be a crowd. That's literally it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I had Finsta. Like Finsta's a fake Instagram. Like that's
Yeah.
literally what they do. They like I need to get more fans before VidCon. Like
Damn.
Yeah, that's
so that they can literally walk out and have fans. They don't care about those people.
Yeah, they
I
just want
actually-
that feeling of
Right.
selfies and pictures and the hype.
Yeah, I was in Players Live and VidCon. I was actually standing out there till like 3:00 in the morning until they had to kick us out of the lobby.
Yeah.
Just talking to people.
Yeah.
I didn't have any friends. I was trying to get them into parties.
Right.
In
Man.
VidCon. Like I'm like, please, this is my friend. Like
Yeah,
getting them
yeah.
in parties. I didn't like. They just want a crowd. Like, and it's just like that's how they all are. Mm-hmm. And I can't get down with that. I can't.
You're
be
not
friends.
for that.
No.
But do you like creatively? It's like, okay, so you see everyone else collaborating. You're just like, I'm gonna let them do theirs because collaborations do lead to more followers, more views. It leads to bigger things as well. But you're just like, no, I'm just gonna do my own thing. And
Yeah, I don't need the followers either. It's like big people, way more big people than me, ask to collab, and I'm like, no, if it don't match what I'm doing, if we don't have the same style of humor, it's gonna look weird. Like, no, I'm not just trying to do this for followers. I'm trying to do this like
Yeah.
to make some cool shit. Like,
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you don't want those followers to be superficial. You want to have some type of real connection with them, you know?
Yeah.
Where you actually know their name and you communicate and you talk to them. You
Like
know?
I have a group chat in my DMs where I talk to them.
Oh, that's so
Like,
dope.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they don't even let people message them. You can't even
Yeah.
message them on this.
do you find like in talking to like they have two separate lives, right? Like the ones that you know, and we've interviewed some obviously, and we've gotten into conversations. Do you think they show that side of themselves, like the real them, ever to each other?
They're literally like I give them that. That's a talent to fake fake who you are.
Yeah.
But it's not even a thing where they're talented, they're really funny, but it's just like they're not doing it to make people laugh. They're doing it for money.
Yeah.
Social
Yeah.
Blade every hour, you know what Social Blade is?
Yeah.
Every hour, Social Blade. Let me check my Social Blade. They're always telling me, oh, I seen you on Social Blade. I seen that you gained 5K. Like, this literally happened multiple times.
Yeah.
Where
Right.
creators came up to me like, I seen your Social Blade. I like how you just been growing and stuff. Like,
Right.
and it's just
Because
like,
people are watching, man. People
Yeah.
want to know who their competition is. People
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
know like who's creeping up on them and who they have to go against.
Yeah.
yeah, and a lot of them take my
They take your followers. They take your
No,
advice.
they take my videos.
Oh, they steal your. Okay.
Feel free to call anyone out. This
No,
is a safe zone right
no.
now. This is super
nobody.
safe.
Nope. I don't know anybody.
No worries.
That never happened.
Yeah. So all right. So you love the '90s, man. Everything
Yeah.
about you screams '90s.
Yeah.
What about the '90s really like
The
resonates
colors, the just create. I feel like in the '90s it was just an awakening. I
Yeah.
just think for Black people because like Black people were just we were just making it. It was like we were just jumping out of the stereotype as these just evil people.
Yeah.
Just we were just colorful as fuck. We had the best. I'm sorry, we had the best music.
with you? I mean, it's still
I don't
till this
think-
day.
Yeah, that's
You
everything.
know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
still stolen
we
and
still have the best
rebranded.
music. Yeah, it's like other people try to take our type of music and style and stuff, and it's just like,
Yeah.
it's not working. But it's just like the girls, like I really like the girls, like they used to dress baggy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like they're
The whole
used to-
TLC, early TLC.
I love
vibe.
girls like that wear weaves, but I'm not going to like discredit them. I love girls that wear weaves that take the time out to do that. But
Yeah.
they were so natural in the '90s. Like
Yeah.
all the girls, they're just free. Like,
Yeah.
and I just think that that's so amazing because like they're not worried about themselves sexually. They just worried about just like
Yeah.
Only thing they care about is just being themselves, and that's just
So that's kind of
crazy,
dope
like-
because like we grew up in the 90s.
And we grew up in the
But
90s.
you're pretty young,
Yeah.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
what do you do to connect to the 90s? Like for us, it's like nostalgic, right?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, Michael Jordan's winning 3 championships. To me, that's like that was my world.
like,
Yeah.
what do
Power
I
Rangers was my
do
world.
to like?
You know, like what that was like because you were clearly very young.
Yeah, I
right?
wasn't even.
Yeah, there you go.
alive.
So do you
Yeah.
do you like watch old sitcoms like on Nick at Night? Like what are you doing to like?
To
I literally-
reconnect, to go
Yeah.
back and connect with the 90s.
I just like
Any movie that stands out, or just everything, or any show,
Yeah.
or
I like to watch interviews and
Okay.
like music and music videos and stuff. Music videos, I watch music video every single day.
well, what are some of your favorite 90s videos that just scream 90s?
I don't even have a favorite. It's so much.
Yeah.
Like,
Those Will Smith getting jiggy with it music videos,
Absolutely.
or like so 90s,
yeah,
you know? I
yeah.
love
It's
that.
just like you just see, and like just look at an interview
Yeah.
of like just a whole bunch of little kids, just like in the 90s,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just look at the interview and look at how they are, and then look at how our kids are, and it's just like that's so inspiring. They didn't care about nothing. They're just like
Yeah.
they're like, what are you gonna do today? I'm just gonna sit out on the curb all
Yeah.
day and just
Yeah,
chalk and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
chill, and just like now it's like I'm gonna go home, be on my phone, play the game.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like
Distractions, yeah.
yeah, it's like we're not even living now. We're not even living
No.
in the 2000s because like we're living in our phones.
Yeah.
For
Like,
sure.
I mean they didn't have internet back then either. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they,
Maybe that's
they
how you
actually
relate to it.
lived.
Yeah,
and saw
I-
the colors and absorbed it and expressed
Yeah,
it.
I remember growing up, man, in the 90s. I would get hurt then just being outdoors and just, skating or whatnot. You know,
Yeah.
I had injuries from everything. I wouldn't encourage people to get hurt, but,
You
it was
miss
fun.
it.
I
Like-
miss it. Yeah, I miss going out there,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why we're from the East Coast, so we grew up on humidity, right? So humidity is a big thing on the East Coast. I personally love it. And every time I tell people from the East Coast, like, I love humidity, they're like, you're out of your mind. I'm like, it's nostalgia to me.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up those summer nights outdoors.
Yeah, the summer nights.
playing
yeah.
tag, the fireflies.
Yeah, the
right?
fire. Oh my God, fireflies was so like
Yeah.
at a cookout or something.
Yeah,
and
like
just,
barbecues. Everything for me, like, was in the humidity.
Yeah.
Like summertime, you're out of school, you're riding bikes, you're doing
Yeah.
everything. It's in that heat, in that like. So now whenever I go back, I'm like, oh my God, I miss
Yeah.
this humidity.
But the thing is like for you guys it was like 3 months.
Yeah,
right?
It was like May, June, July, August, and like into mid-September. So
Yeah,
like,
mid-September,
like
yep.
5 months, and then that's when fall kicks in.
And fall
You
was
know?
still cool too.
Yeah, fall was
Fall was still
beautiful.
cool.
Yeah, see,
So-
I grew up in Northern California, Sacramento, and it was like hot from April through
Yeah,
November.
NorCal
like,
is
100
weird.
degrees, not humid.
Yeah, yeah.
Dry.
Yeah.
Hot as anything.
Yeah, you guys are weird up
I
in
loved it.
Sacramento.
And then I feel like no shade to California, but like,
All right. Okay. Mhm.
I feel like the East Side dressed
Yeah.
better in the 90s because we actually
Okay.
had real clothes. Like we
Yeah.
like I'm not saying y'all didn't have real clothes.
No,
But
California
we
was
just ran around
weird
naked.
as hell.
It was cold, so we
Yeah.
had to have longs. We had real clothes that we had to wear.
If you
so-
see
That's
like
true.
videos from like California's fashion has always been odd until this
Yeah.
day. You like, I would, not to judge anyone's like aesthetic
Uh-huh.
and their
Go ahead and keep
fashion
judging.
choices,
Uh-huh.
but then there are always like quick trends, and
Yeah.
I've never been for like things that are just momentarily.
Well, one thing you
hot.
guys had, like you're saying, you had to layer, right? So like people in New York, even to this day, are more fashionable than LA. LA is
Yeah.
like throw some shorts, tank top on, because like the whole beach vibe, right? They try to now be trendy, but New York's always gonna
Yeah,
kinda
and
lead that.
the thing about that separates LA from New York is LA goes for like a trend.
Yeah,
New York grows into it's like
Yeah.
Right.
we're like I don't know, it's like it's so naturally like
Yeah.
I just want to wear this today.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't know, it's like it's and I don't like trends either way, but like
Yeah.
I feel like LA is like they see somebody wear
Right.
it and they wanna you seen that that person wearing a music video,
Yeah.
and it's like that's a big thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
in New York, it's just like these are so fire. Like
I mean it's kind of true though. But like going back to your music, I'll tell you, like we used to watch 106 in Park and all that,
Yes.
right? So we used to watch music videos. A lot of those artists were New York-based artists, right?
Yeah.
Like or Chicago-based artists. I bought Timberlands in Sacramento. There was no snow.
Yeah.
Like I didn't need Timberlands ever.
really.
Yeah, but it was just like we wanted Timberlands because they were dope.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're
Yeah.
rocking them. You had like a sweatshirt on, and I'm like, it's 80 degrees. Like, I don't need any of this.
Yeah.
But it was just fashion, but it was something I saw, even like lugs.
Yeah. I mean, for me on the East Coast skater culture, like California, SoCal skater culture was like everything for me, like the
So we're
aesthetic
opposite.
and everything, We're opposite. But anyway, moving on.
Good fashion tangent.
Good fashion tangent. So, you put out a video recently that you openly talked about your sexuality, and why you decided to be very more open with it here now that you're outside of like that small town and in New Jersey. When you did you feel like you were ever bullied because of like your sexual orientation or anything back home?
Gay was not cool.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like, it's not okay to be gay.
Yeah.
It's not okay. So I was just like, I never came out. Like, I was just always just a little bit too feminine. I did a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, is he gay? And when people mention it, I'm like, I'm
But like
gay.
in your head,
And
you're like, yes, I am, but I'm not necessarily. Or were you still kind of like in your head trying to figure out like, what's going on?
I didn't want to be like, I was
Right.
trying to be like, I was trying to be somebody I wasn't, and it was like, and then here's another thing, like, no shade to my mom, but like, she would ask me, she would like, are you? And then like, I would just be like, no, like, but it's like, why would I say yes? And then I know that there's about to be a hell of a lot of shit that's about to happen. Like, it's like, it's kind of weird. Like, she's put me in a situation I don't want to be in. Like, she's like, are you? You can just tell me, knowing she's like, she wasn't homophobic, but it's knowing that that's not okay. Like,
Right.
She's like sometimes she be like, stop acting like a girl. I don't play that gay shit. And I'm like, okay.
You're like, ooh, okay.
I'm like, all right.
Message is clear
But then
here.
the next day she'll be like, are you gay? You can tell me. I'm like,
No, I can't.
That's like when you're about to get a beating. It's like, did you eat the cookie?
Yeah,
It's like,
being
of
set
course
up.
I'm gonna say no. Like,
Yeah. So you waited to come out here. Now, how did she take it, or did
well, I told her first, like, I feel like me and my mom, it just took a little bit space to make us closer, and I just felt like I was really close to her, so I was like, let me just tell her. Like, it was randomly, I'm just like, you know what? I'm not about to do this. I'm gonna tell you,
Right.
and whatever happens, happens. So basically, I just told her, I was like, hey, Mom, I like niggas. And then she was just like, I knew already. And then she was like, love you. And then that's when I was like, okay, so love
cool.
you too.
Pick it up and go
Yeah.
all the way back.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and then it's just like, I couldn't have did that in Jersey because, like, I feel like I would have got antagonized. Like, I would have got harassed.
Yeah.
Like, and that would have been too much for me.
Yeah,
Like, that
because
would've
you were already going through
Yeah.
enough as it is, and to add that onto that,
Do you feel like and again, this is probably, it's not unique to obviously the community in New Jersey. I can tell you that's probably, it happens in a lot of places, right? So it's like LA is obviously a huge city. It's very welcoming
Yeah.
to
You can
the
be
community,
gay
and
in
it's
LA. That's why I
in
like
fact
LA.
it's like dope to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, did you feel the comfort once you got here to be able to do it? Is it the environment that helped you also, you think?
Yeah, the way people treated me, they were
Yeah.
like, they just automatically knew. It's like, I didn't even have to say nothing. They were like, Jay's gay. Like, we ain't going to, like, they're like, Jay's gay. Let me go give him a hug. Like, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh shit, thank you so much. And it's just like, yes, I am. And it's just like,
So it kind of gave you the confidence.
yeah, they're like, Jay, we already know we've been through this before we moved here. It's like, I'm like, all right, y'all been through it too. I can just come out. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I just came
Yeah.
out.
That's
literally,
awesome.
I was like, I like niggas, and everybody was like, we knew on Twitter and Instagram, like, we know.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Nobody cared. Like, nobody literally cared.
Yeah. So, growing up, how did you, like, we always touch on this towards the end of our episodes. Did you grow up in a religious household or a spiritual household? Did your family go to church, or how was your relationship with spirituality growing up?
Okay. So my dad, which he was never like, seriously in my life. He was in an Egyptian, well, he still is. He's in an Egyptian spiritual tribe called Nuwapo. And that's like my whole dad's side, my grandma, my uncles, my aunts, my cousins, they're all. And so it's like very spiritual, crystals, everything, all of that.
Okay.
So it's like deep in my family. Like, and then it's like my mom's side, you go in the church. I live right down the street from a church. Like, we went there every Sunday. I had to go. My grandma would call me like, why you not at church if I didn't go to church?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it was very religious.
Yeah.
And it was just like, like no shade to like no shade to Christians, but like at some point in time, I'm like, this shit's not right. Like like I was mastering it, like with the questions. Then I would ask it, and they would say, "Don't ask that." And I'm like, "Oh hell no!" Like, and I'm like, God. Whoever you think God may be, he didn't give us a brain with unlimited knowledge to say you can't learn this. Like, if you want to go find out the answer to a question, you can go look up the answer. And like, so basically I was researching shit and then like just getting deep into it. And then that's when I started asking like people on my dad's side. And I'm like, what's this? And they're like, your whole life has been a lie. Well, not a lie, but your whole life has been something where like something totally opposite. They showed me some deep stuff. Like,
damn. Okay.
Yeah, they showed me some crazy, and it just made sense.
Yeah.
And literally, that's when I started making, like, around that time is when I started making videos. And like,
wow. So you're still young. You're like 16 at this time.
Yeah. And like, and then once I started getting really deep into it, learning how to manifest, learning how to like bring things, attract things. Yeah. That's when it's just like it happened. Like that's when all of this happened. Just like so, like my spirituality helps me like, you know,
right. So you like gravitated away from Christianity a little bit. You're like the more you got educated about it, you're kind of like, I don't know, maybe this is not for me. Maybe not getting the answers that you were seeking, and then you gravitated towards your dad's faith and belief system. Yeah, he basically like it just I don't have any problems with it. It's just not for me. Right? Yeah. I'm a little bit too nosy. Yeah. So I just wanted to know a little bit more than they was showing me. So my dad was just like, okay, let me show you this. Yeah. And I'm like, and then he just it's a lot of stuff to it. Right. And and then do you find that I imagine it's not a huge community. I'm sure there's one. The you know what you call it, Nuwapo? Yeah, Nuwapo. Okay, it's like it's a tribe, like a spiritual tribe, and it's like it's a lot of people in it. It's actually like it's really much bigger. Huge. So what they had was like they recreated Egypt in Georgia, and it was like big pyramids and stuff, and people used to live in them, and just it's like a really big thing, and it's like spiritual. It was like all black people, like nothing against white people, but it was like a really black thing, like black people coming together, to uplift each other and learn. Yeah. And learn like past the government, what the government shows you, and like we had to grow our own food and just like live like we're actually in another country. Yeah, like, so and learn like that. So and it was like crazy. So how is there like congregations? Is there like mass or type of church or type of like, you know? There's classes like where you can learn about it. Like they have classes. Do you guys have like anyone like sermons weekly, anything weekly that you attend or anything? Yeah, I don't attend them. Okay. I just was reading books and stuff. But like they have them in like different states and stuff. But it's just like I don't know, like the books are way more interesting to me, like because it's like they show you this information, they show you the proof, and then like if you don't even believe the proof, you can literally look it up to a science. Of course. And it's just like I was doing that, and it's like that's way more interesting than somebody just telling you like of course. Self-discovery will always strengthen any type of spiritual bond. That you know, because if you discover it on your own, it just reaffirms a lot of things than somebody else just telling you, like through a lecture or a sermon, you know? I think that there's more of an impact with that, you know? It's like you're discovering something. It's just like that feeling when you just didn't know something, and then like you just didn't even know that was something that you didn't know. I don't know how to explain it, and then you just learn like, this is me, like this is a part of my lifestyle, like this, and then it's just like
I just discovered a treasure. I want to go share it with people. It's just like,
course.
Right.
yeah, it's really
So
amazing.
is there like classes here in LA? Are there?
No, they're not for that tribe. No, like
Okay.
they travel like around the country, like, so they might come and like do a class, and when they do, like, yeah, it's very eye opening. Like,
Okay.
it's
So
very,
what some of the practices of this faith? You mentioned crystals. Is there meditation involved? Is there prayers involved, or
well, a person who would follow like
Yeah.
all of the not rules but the traditional lifestyles. Basically, we're living like our ancestors.
Okay.
So it's like
Got it.
it's no meat. Like we're vegetarian.
Oh, wow.
And it's just like you have to meditate at a certain time of the day. Like you have to like
once a day or
well, you don't have to do it once a day. Like
Yeah.
I don't do it once a day, but it's like 3:00 in the
Encourage.
morning. I think they said like you have
Okay.
to just meditate, and it just helps your whole day. And it's just like certain things that you eat,
Yeah.
like certain like the way you're supposed to like keep very clean. Like
yeah.
like you have to. It's like a checklist, a book with a checklist. And if you don't do everything,
Yeah.
it's like what the hell are you doing?
True,
It's
true.
just like you have to be clean.
Yeah.
It's not something very like controlling. Like why do we have these dumb rules? It's like very important things that actually help you. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Like
and it
there's
helps you-
benefits to everything that
it's not dumb rules that people just made up because they were mad and he wanted to write it in the book. Like
Yeah.
these are
Yeah.
actually things that our ancestors did.
like take care of your body,
Yeah.
and taking care of your mental state by meditating and
yeah,
everything.
and the crystals is like you don't have to get crystals, but it's like so much. It's helpful.
Yeah.
Like the crystals help me. Like they're like a big thing. Like nature, being out in nature. Please like go in nature like, and once a week at least like get outside and breathe fresh airs like
Yeah.
all of that stuff.
Nature,
is-
yeah, man. People really underplay the value and the importance that being in nature, the impact that it has on just like your
Yeah.
mental health, just being out there. So now that rest in peace Vine, you've kind of transitioned into other platforms. You've really been doing well on Twitter. You moved on to Instagram as well, and YouTube. So what's next now? What are your next plans? Do you have any projects coming up? Anything that you're working on or working towards?
I'm doing a couple shows. Like I'm doing acting
Okay.
and modeling.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
I have my clothing brand out called Ultra.
Oh, nice.
I'm like trying to get into art. I'm trying to see. Like
Yeah.
I haven't really like dived into it, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can draw really well.
Okay.
So it's like I want to see with I'm gonna like get even better at it, and then see what happens with it. So it's like I'm really, and then music. Like I have really good music taste, so it's like I want to make a really good song, and whatever happens. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know,
Right.
like.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely not going to be just basing my whole life off the internet. Like,
Yeah.
I definitely want to actually
Transition out.
have a career, and
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what are you mentioned shows? What shows you got going?
it's like stuff that's like shows that haven't came out yet.
Okay.
That's going to be like on YouTube. And
Oh,
stuff,
okay,
like,
okay.
with Awesomeness TV, and then
Oh,
like
okay.
stuff with
Nice.
like Netflix and like
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
little things like that land different places. Like
Yeah.
it's like stuff that I can like like I don't know
Yeah, and then your clothing line, is that just like you're designing yourself? You're
Yeah,
selling it
everything's
online? Like,
myself.
where can you get it?
Right now, the stuff that I drop right now is like it's really basic, but it's like you have to start a little like from something like little to get to a big place like where you
Yeah.
want to go. So
Right.
basically, I have a crazy fashion ideas. So
Okay.
basically, I'm just like I use that, and people know that where I'm gonna go with it.
Yeah.
So it's like people are fucking with it. They're like, okay,
You're just trying to like start in right now, trying
Yeah.
to like take small steps to
Yeah.
build something big.
and I'm glad everybody was like, yeah, we understand, we're going to support, and everybody
Right.
Oh, that's
supported.
good.
And now it's about to get really big because I have new ideas that's coming out. Now I can actually be creative and start putting stuff out. So the next drop is coming out soon. Like,
Okay.
Right.
yeah. It's
So do you like design it, wear it, post it on like your social media, and get like people's reactions? Is that kind of how you figure out, whether or not putting it out there?
yeah, I'm I'm one of those people who, like, tell me what you want to do, what you want me to do, and they're like, oh, like, I dropped the one thing because I had, like, not because I had to, but because, like, that's where you start at, like, so basically after that, and that did really well, I'm like, okay, what do you guys want to see? Like, what should I improve on? What should I do this, and they told me what they wanted, so that's what I'm doing. Like, I created something that's going to come out soon, like, it's getting made now, and just yeah,
that's
like,
awesome.
I only dropped one thing, and I got like 12,000 followers on my page from that.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's incredible, man.
I mean, you could build a brand, right? I mean,
Yeah, he's
there's
doing
some
it right
other
now.
ones that have just done it out of their garage.
Yeah.
like digital stars, and it's like cool. Like, it's a viable brand that just sells and you make money.
yeah, I want to make it big. I want to make like something really like as far as clothing. I want to make it so it's like other people want to make clothes like that. Like
Yeah.
bring colors back, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And that's exciting, man. I think everyone's kind of excited to see what you do next.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You know?
I'm excited. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I'm just excited. I just want to see what happens to.
Yeah. Just write it. Take it day by day, you
Yeah.
know? That's
Yeah.
dope. Awesome, man. So again, thank you so much for coming
Thank
by, man.
you.
It's
I
been
appreciate
a fun hour.
Thank you.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah,
time's been flying through.
Yeah, it was a good conversation, man. Like, we appreciate people coming on here and getting deep. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just opening up, because now I think, you know, just your fans have a better understanding, and people who are you know, newly introduced. I mean, like, everyone's seen your videos. I don't know a single person who hasn't seen a single video of yours. But now it's like a little bit more context to everything.
Yeah.
And
you
now
know?
the haters know who they are.
Yeah.
Whoever
They do.
whoever's internet you were stealing, you better be cutting them royalty checks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man. We really appreciate you coming through, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
I really appreciate it.
Hey, thank you for sitting through that episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was a great conversation. Again, May 8th, we will be at NYU RSVP. The link is in the description. And I will post the event flyer on my Instagram and Twitter. Check out my Twitter. All my handles is at baluchx, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram at baluchx. Like our page at the facebook.com/apartment podcast or APT. It's something like, just look up apartment with Asif and Baluch. And right now it's kind of hard for us to book guests. No one's responding to my emails. So we're just doing it. Whenever we get a guest, we'll just put it out, you know? So I apologize for the inconsistency. But once Asif gets back next month, we'll be flowing again. So thank you. Check out our last episode with For Y'all Entertainment, and the one before that with Katie Dawn. Thank you. Bye. And subscribe and all that shit, you know?